Relationships are not merely about love and companionship. They're about navigating the delicate interplay between vulnerability and strength, between individuality and partnership. As men, we often grapple with how much of ourselves to reveal and how much to hold back. It's not about deceit, but about wisdom, understanding what builds trust, respect, and intimacy in the long term. Today, I want to share 3 secrets men should keep in a relationship. Guarding your vulnerabilities in a relationship doesn't mean shutting down emotionally or building walls around your heart. Instead, it's about cultivating the discernment to know when, how, and why to share certain aspects of your inner world. Many men mistake transparency for authenticity, believing that laying bare every fear, insecurity, or fleeting emotion is a marker of a healthy relationship. However, this unfiltered openness can lead to unintended consequences, such as diminishing your partner's sense of security or overwhelming them with problems they aren't equipped to handle. Relationships require a foundation of trust and stability, and guarding your vulnerabilities is part of maintaining that equilibrium. When you're in a committed relationship, your partner looks to you not just as a companion, but also as a source of emotional strength. This doesn't mean you must always be stoic or invulnerable. That's neither sustainable nor healthy. Instead, it means understanding that not every internal struggle needs to be externalized. Imagine your inner world as a house under renovation. You wouldn't invite guests over when the walls are torn down, the floors are ripped out, and the place is a mess. Similarly, in a relationship, sharing every chaotic thought or unprocessed feeling can leave your partner feeling unsettled. It's your responsibility to process and organize your emotions internally before presenting them in a way that fosters understanding and connection. This isn't to suggest that vulnerability has no place in relationships. It absolutely does. Vulnerability, when shared thoughtfully and strategically, can deepen intimacy and foster trust. But the key lies in timing and context. If you're wrestling with deep insecurities or existential doubts, consider whether sharing these struggles will contribute to your partner's sense of security, or if it will unnecessarily burden them. Sometimes the healthiest choice is to seek guidance elsewhere, a trusted friend, a therapist, or your own reflective practices, before bringing those issues into the relationship. Guarding your vulnerabilities also involves setting boundaries around external influences. In today's hyper-connected world, it's tempting to vent frustrations or seek validation from friends, family, or even social media. But doing so can undermine the trust between you and your partner. Your relationship should be a sanctuary, a place where both parties feel safe to share and grow without fear of judgment or exposure. When you air your personal struggles to outsiders, you risk eroding that sacred space. It's essential to strike a balance between seeking outside perspectives and protecting the integrity of your partnership. Furthermore, being mindful of how you share vulnerabilities reinforces your sense of personal agency. When you're too quick to disclose your struggles, you risk placing the responsibility for your emotional well-being on your partner's shoulders. This can lead to an unhealthy dynamic where they feel obligated to fix you or manage your emotions, which can be both exhausting and unfair. By taking the time to process your feelings independently, you demonstrate emotional maturity and self-reliance, qualities that not only strengthen your relationship, but also enhance your own personal growth. Guarding your vulnerabilities doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending to be something you're not. It's about honoring your partner by showing up as a composed, self-aware individual who can navigate life's challenges with resilience. This doesn't mean you have to face everything alone. Far from it. Your partner should be someone you can lean on during difficult times. But there's a difference between leaning on someone for support and becoming entirely dependent on them for emotional stability. The former fosters connection and mutual respect, while the latter can breed resentment and imbalance. It's also worth noting that guarding your vulnerabilities doesn't diminish your authenticity. It enhances it. Authenticity isn't about exposing every thought or feeling. It's about aligning your words and actions with your core values. When you practice discretion in sharing your vulnerabilities, you're not hiding who you are, you're presenting the best, most thoughtful version of yourself to your partner. This not only deepens your connection, but also sets a positive example for how your partner might approach their own vulnerabilities. In a broader sense, guarding your vulnerabilities reflects a deeper understanding of what it means to be in a relationship. Love is not just about emotional openness. It's about creating a space where both individuals feel supported, respected, and inspired to grow. By exercising restraint and intentionality in how you share your struggles, you contribute to an environment of stability and trust. And in doing so, you not only strengthen your relationship, but also cultivate a greater sense of self-awareness and emotional intelligence. Maintaining an independent vision in a relationship is a crucial yet often overlooked aspect of sustaining a healthy partnership. It's easy to fall into the trap of becoming so enmeshed in the dynamics of the relationship that you lose sight of your individual purpose and direction. But the truth is, a relationship thrives when both individuals bring their unique passions, dreams, and goals into the partnership. When a man has his own vision, his own mission in life, he not only enriches the relationship, but also ensures that he remains a whole person, not just a partner. At the core of maintaining an independent vision is understanding that you are not defined by the relationship alone. While the connection with your partner is significant and fulfilling, it should not be your sole source of identity. The desire to be in a relationship, to build a life together, should not eclipse your need to pursue your own ambitions. If your personal goals become subordinate to the needs of the relationship, you risk losing a sense of who you are, which can lead to dissatisfaction, resentment, and an erosion of your self-worth. An independent vision is more than just career goals. It's about having a sense of purpose in your life. It's about having something that drives you, something that excites you outside of your partnership. Whether it's a personal project, a professional aspiration, or a deep-seated passion, having a mission gives your life meaning beyond the immediate scope of the relationship. When you bring that sense of purpose into the relationship, you become a more interesting, dynamic, and attractive partner. Your vision feeds into the relationship by keeping you focused, passionate, and constantly growing. Furthermore, when you have a clear sense of purpose, you create a sense of stability in your own life. Life is inevitably filled with challenges, uncertainties, and moments of doubt. However, when you know where you're headed and what drives you, you can weather the storms with greater resilience. This inner strength provides a sense of security for your partner as well, more important for his relationships. A man with an independent vision is not looking for validation or fulfillment from his partner in the same way as someone who lacks direction. His worth is not defined by his relationship. It is rooted in his own sense of purpose, which in turn allows him to give more freely and meaningfully to the relationship. It's important to recognize that maintaining your independent vision does not mean you are detached or emotionally unavailable. On the contrary, it's about having a healthy balance between connection and autonomy. In a relationship, it's easy to fall into the trap of losing your own desires and dreams in the process of nurturing your partner's needs. This can create an unbalanced dynamic where one person becomes overly dependent on the other for validation or emotional support. When you have your own vision, you are more grounded and can be a better partner because you are not seeking to be completed by the relationship, but rather to complement it. One of the most profound aspects of maintaining an independent vision is that it encourages personal growth. As you pursue your goals, challenges arise, and you are forced to adapt, learn, and grow. This growth process, in turn, makes you a better partner. The more you grow as an individual, the more you bring to the table in a relationship. You become more adaptable, more confident, and more capable of handling the difficulties life throws your way. This growth doesn't happen in isolation. It enriches the relationship because your partner can share in your successes and learn from your struggles. Moreover, having an independent vision fosters a sense of respect in the relationship. When both partners have their own aspirations and ambitions, They are more likely to respect each other's time, space, and energy. This respect translates into more meaningful interactions and a deeper appreciation for each other's individuality. It also reduces the risk of becoming codependent, which can sometimes lead to unhealthy patterns of behavior. When both individuals are pursuing their own paths, the relationship becomes more of a union between two people who are on individual journeys but choose to walk side by side. It's also important to recognize that the relationship itself can evolve as both individuals continue to grow. If one person completely subsumes their vision into the partnership, they risk stagnating. A healthy relationship is not static. It's a dynamic entity that grows and evolves over time. When both individuals are actively working toward their personal goals, they bring fresh perspectives, new experiences, and renewed energy into the relationship. This mutual growth keeps the connection vibrant and exciting, allowing both partners to experience life together, not as two halves seeking completion, but as two whole individuals who choose to share their lives. In conclusion, maintaining an independent vision is not about detachment or selfishness. It's about creating a relationship that is grounded in mutual respect and individual fulfillment. By preserving your sense of purpose, you ensure that both you and your partner continue to grow, evolve, and enrich each other's lives. This independent vision strengthens the relationship because it provides a solid foundation of self-awareness, personal growth, and emotional resilience. When you can stand strong as an individual while walking alongside your partner, you create a lasting and meaningful connection that is rooted in the best version of both of you. Discretion in resolving conflict is an essential aspect of maintaining a healthy relationship. It may seem counterintuitive, but the way conflicts are handled can either make or break a partnership. The impulse to resolve issues immediately, to express every frustration or emotion as it arises, can often do more harm than good. Emotional restraint and careful consideration before addressing problems create an environment where both partners feel safe, heard, and respected, rather than reactive and defensive. Sant du. In every relationship, there will be disagreements, sometimes small, other times significant. These moments are inevitable. However, it is how you navigate those moments that determines the health and longevity of the relationship. Impulsive reactions or airing grievances without thought can lead to misunderstandings, resentment, and lasting emotional damage. It's essential to pause, reflect, and engage in conflict resolution with a mindset of growth rather than defensiveness. This doesn't mean suppressing feelings or pretending that there are no issues. Rather, it's about recognizing that how you express those feelings and when you choose to do so matters greatly. One of the most powerful tools in conflict resolution is the ability to practice emotional restraint. When emotions are running high, it's easy to say things in the heat of the moment that you later regret. Words have immense power, and in the midst of a disagreement, it's easy to let frustration or anger cloud judgment. However, once words are spoken, they cannot be taken back. They may linger long after the argument has ended, impacting the emotional atmosphere of the relationship. Practicing emotional restraint means taking a step back before reacting. It means allowing yourself to breathe, think, and reflect on the situation, rather than simply reacting to the immediate feelings that arise. When conflict arises, the desire to win the argument or prove a point often overshadows the goal of resolving the issue in a healthy way. But relationships are not about winning or losing. They are about finding mutual understanding and compromise. By exercising discretion in how you approach conflict, you focus on the resolution itself, not on winning the battle. And keep in mind that the resolution is not the only part of the argument. The goal is to reach a conclusion that strengthens the bond between both parties, not to damage the relationship in the process of being right. It's essential to understand that true resolution isn't found through forceful arguments, but through open communication, patience, and empathy. Another key aspect of discretion in conflict resolution is knowing when not to address an issue. Sometimes emotions need time to settle before a productive conversation can occur. When emotions are raw, it's easy to speak from a place of hurt or frustration. And this can cloud your ability to listen effectively or to be heard in a way that promotes healing. Taking time to cool off and reflect on the issue, either alone or with some outside perspective, can make a significant difference in how the discussion unfolds. It allows both individuals to approach the situation more calmly and thoughtfully, which increases the likelihood of a positive outcome. It's also crucial to exercise discretion when it comes to sharing conflicts with others. In today's connected world, it's tempting to vent frustrations to friends, family, or even on social media. However, doing so can undermine the trust between you and your partner. When you air your relationship issues to others, it often leads to the problem being blown out of proportion. Or you may unintentionally create misunderstandings or judgments that are difficult to undo. Relationships are built on trust, and sharing private struggles with external parties can erode that trust. If you need support or guidance, it's better to seek it from trusted mentors or professionals rather than venting to people who may not fully understand the nuances of your relationship. Another vital aspect of discretion in conflict resolution is being mindful of the timing. Timing can be everything when addressing issues in a relationship. There's a difference between bringing up a problem in the heat of the moment and choosing a time when both partners are calm and open to having a constructive conversation. Timing ensures that both individuals are in the right frame of mind to listen to each other and discuss the issue without getting caught in emotional turbulence. Waiting for the right moment to address a disagreement allows both partners to come to the conversation with respect, clarity, and an open mind, which increases the chances of finding a resolution that satisfies both sides. Ultimately, discretion in conflict resolution reflects emotional maturity and respect for your partner's feelings. It requires the wisdom to know that not every argument needs to be immediately addressed and that not every disagreement has to be aired publicly. By cultivating patience, emotional awareness, and the ability to engage thoughtfully with your partner, you create an environment where conflict can be resolved in a way that strengthens the relationship rather than weakening it. When conflicts are handled with care and consideration, they become opportunities for growth and deeper connection rather than sources of division. The practice of discretion is not about avoiding conflict, but about engaging with it in a way that honors the relationship and promotes long-term health. By managing conflict with emotional restraint, thoughtful timing, and respect for your partner's perspective, you create a foundation of trust and understanding. In doing so, you ensure that disagreements become an opportunity for growth, not a threat to the bond you've built. Respecting the mystery of your partner is one of the most profound ways to deepen the intimacy and connection in a relationship. It may seem counterintuitive, especially in an era that values complete transparency and the full sharing of personal details. However, there is a unique beauty in allowing some space for mystery, for curiosity, and for discovery. The relationship that is built solely on total transparency or constant familiarity can become stale or monotonous, as it removes the excitement of exploring each other's depths over time. The mystery in a partnership is what keeps it vibrant, dynamic, and emotionally engaging. When you first meet someone, there is an element of discovery that is thrilling. The little quirks, the unexpected layers of personality, the surprises that make the relationship feel alive. As time passes, this sense of exploration can fade if one partner feels they have figured out the other person entirely. It's essential, however, to resist the temptation to think that because you've been with someone for years, you know everything about them. People are not static. They evolve, they change, and they continue to grow. Even in long-term relationships, there is always more to discover if both individuals remain open to that possibility. By respecting the mystery of your partner, you allow space for them to change, to reveal new aspects of themselves, and to deepen the bond that you share. This sense of mystery also fosters a healthy sense of independence and individuality within the relationship. When both partners maintain their own interests, passions, and hobbies, they retain a sense of autonomy that makes the relationship more fulfilling. When one person's identity is entirely shaped by the relationship, it can become difficult for the other partner to see them as a distinct evolving individual. By respecting the mystery and individuality of your partner, you allow them to have their own life outside of the relationship, which in turn can make the time you share together more meaningful. The more you can remain intrigued by each other's separate experiences, the more room you create for excitement, curiosity, and growth. One way to nurture and preserve this mystery is through the art of surprise. Spontaneity in a relationship keeps things fresh and invigorating. It could be something as simple as a surprise date, a heartfelt letter, or a new activity you introduce into the relationship. These small moments of surprise break the routine and remind both partners that there's always something new to discover about each other. It is a reminder that even after years together, there is still space for wonder and excitement. The key here is not to overdo it, but to be intentional about introducing these small mysteries into the relationship. Too much surprise can overwhelm, while too little can lead to stagnation. Striking the right balance ensures that the relationship remains engaging and emotionally alive. Respecting the mystery also involves understanding that not every emotion, thought, or desire needs to be expressed immediately. There is a certain depth in holding some aspects of yourself in reserve, in maintaining a sense of personal reflection before sharing everything. This doesn't mean being secretive or closed off, but rather cultivating a sense of individuality within the partnership. Sometimes, keeping a part of your inner world private allows for more meaningful exchanges later, as you can share your thoughts and emotions when they have had time to mature and evolve. The act of sharing something personal with your partner, after it has had time to ripen, creates a deeper sense of trust and emotional connection. It shows that you are offering a part of yourself intentionally, rather than just unloading every passing thought or feeling. Furthermore, respecting the mystery means not trying to fix your partner or solve all their problems immediately. Every person has their own unique struggles, and while being there for your partner is essential, there is something powerful in allowing them to process their experiences on their own. Sometimes, the best way to support your partner is by providing space for them to navigate their own thoughts and emotions. That kind of space allows them to do away with the emotions that weigh them down. The mystery of a person's inner world should be respected, not intruded upon. When we give our partners the space to grapple with their own challenges and grow through them, we are showing that we trust them and value their ability to manage their own journey. Number 4, this concept of mystery also extends to how we view our partner's pasts. It is essential to understand that while we share many aspects of our lives with our significant others, there will always be parts of their pasts that may remain unknown. This does not mean withholding important information, but rather recognizing that a partner's past experiences are theirs to share when they are ready. It is crucial to respect that boundary, as probing too deeply into a partner's past can unintentionally cause discomfort or erode trust. Letting your partner reveal their history at their own pace creates a space of mutual respect and allows the relationship to evolve without the pressure of constantly revisiting old wounds or unearthing every detail. Last, finally, respecting the mystery means allowing the relationship itself to evolve over time. Relationships are not static. They are living, breathing entities that shift as both individuals grow. Just as you continue to discover new things about your partner, the relationship itself has the potential to take on new dimensions. This ongoing process of discovery, growth, and evolution is what keeps the bond strong and exciting. This is what keeps the bond strong and exciting. When both individuals respect the mystery of the other, they create a dynamic partnership where each person feels valued, respected, and free to evolve without fear of being confined to a rigid identity. In summary, respecting the mystery within a relationship is essential for keeping it vibrant, fulfilling, and emotionally engaging. It involves allowing space for curiosity, surprise, and personal growth. By recognizing that neither partner can ever fully know everything about the other, you create an environment where discovery continues to fuel the bond between you. When you respect the mystery of your partner, you not only protect the uniqueness of the relationship, but also foster a deeper, more meaningful connection that evolves over time. Being strategic with expressions of emotion in a relationship is a critical skill that can profoundly affect the quality and longevity of the connection between two individuals. Emotions are complex and powerful, and while it's important to be emotionally open and authentic, it's equally important to understand the timing and manner in which you express those emotions. An emotion and any emotional response. Relationship thrives on emotional depth, but that depth is best nurtured through careful, thoughtful expressions rather than unchecked emotional outpourings that might overwhelm the partner or create imbalance in the relationship. One of the key aspects of being strategic with emotions is recognizing that not every feeling needs to be immediately expressed. In the heat of a moment, it's easy to blurt out whatever comes to mind, whether it's frustration, jealousy, or sadness. However, these raw expressions can sometimes do more harm than good, especially if the partner is not in a position to properly respond or understand the emotion. If the emotion is expressed impulsively, it may lack the clarity needed for productive communication. Strategic emotional expression means pausing, reflecting on the emotion, and deciding how best to communicate it in a way that contributes to understanding and resolution rather than conflict or confusion.